number 3, part C. Now a new function, W. Please notice again how slow I am going. You don't want to go fast. You want to read slow and careful because you're not trying to recognize a problem you've done before. They're really good at giving you new problems. This 2007 FRQ is especially true of that. They just found creative ways to make everything look different. So I don't hurry, I just be deliberate. So I have this formula for W, and then they ask me to find the derivative of this formula when x equals 3. So this is an integral, so I must use the formula for finding the derivative of an integral. Now notice, as I'm using this formula, f of t, but the upper limit is called g, and the lower limit in this problem is called 1. So I would write down w prime of x must equal, the derivative of this integral will be this integrand with the upper limit plugged in place of the input variable multiplied by d over, I'm taking the derivative of the function w whose input variable is x. So this is d over dx. D of the upper limit. Subtract the exact same thing for the lower limit. I'll just push this out of the way a little bit. So that would be f of 1 multiplied by d of 1 over dx. Derivative of a constant is 0, so this is 0. Derivative of g is the same thing as g prime. So I figured out that the formula for w prime of x is equal to f of g of x multiplied by g prime of x. If you get that far, so you have this written on your paper. If you did this in your head, it's okay. They won't deduct any points. But you do have to have this written down. They'll give you 1 point. Then you plug in x equal 3. G prime of 3 is 2. G of 3 is 4. So I have f of 4 multiplied by, again, g prime of 3 is 2. So f of 4 is negative 1. So negative 1 multiplied by 2, negative 2. I don't have to show my work. As long as I have written, I can do this in my head if I want. If I have written w prime of 3 is equal to negative 2, I would get the second point. Although I would argue that most people would have a hard time doing that in your head, so wouldn't recommend it. So part C on number 3 is worth 2 total points.